You see, when I was much younger and I started coaching, I heard the phrase quite often, use the ball and don't let the ball use you. So over my career as a player, coach, athletic administrator, I've seen a lot of people that have used the ball and don't let the ball use them. However, for those of us who've been involved in this game for a long time, we've also seen an awful lot of people that have squandered their opportunity, that have had a golden opportunity as a young man to get a college education because of the game of basketball, but we all know the stories of those who squandered that opportunity and frankly blew it. But tonight, I'd like to share with you one of the finest examples that I know of a young man getting an opportunity to attend college and to lift himself out of poverty, specifically because of the game of basketball. The person I speak of took advantage of his college education. He listened to his coaches. He listened to his teachers. He eventually applied the lessons that he learned from his coach, his teachers, and from the game of basketball. And before I go any further, I'm going to let the video tell the next story. And this is one of my favorite examples of using the ball. But one final note before we play this video. The subject of this video is here with us tonight and has absolutely no clue that this is coming. Please dim the lights and let this play.
It is the nature of teams to rise or fall together. Each player is there to ensure the success of his or her companions, and none achieve greatness without the assistance of others. Teammates, coaches, staff, family, and friends have all had a hand in honing the talent that we recognize today. During his tenure at Suffolk, the 6'4" Larry made a name for himself on the basketball court, playing under the university's first head coach and athletic director, Charles Law. He started for 4 years and served as captain during his senior year. Michael was always a fan.
He was a tag-along little kid when we were kids. You know, I would play baseball, street baseball. And then we would play street punch ball, where you hit the ball and punch it. And he would come along. And together, we were an entrepreneur at a very young age. We sold raffle tickets. We made them up. We sold them for a nickel and a dime, and we went from house to house in Chelsea. And we got enough money to buy green and gold jackets. And the name of our team was Marlboro Musketeers.
Growing up in Chelsea was very interesting. We had no means, and we played sports and just developed a bond that continues on today, of friendship.
As we grew up together in the poor Jewish community of Chelsea, Massachusetts, we would often play basketball at Boston Park in Chelsea, and afterwards share a 5-cent bottle of Coke with 3 other guys. In those days, it was a really big treat.
We lived in Chelsea, we were poor, and we didn't know it, because everybody else was poor. And there was a war going on at that time. And I went off to work for the Boston Red Sox at Fenway Park, and who tagged along? My brother.
I had to wash windows at 5 in the morning and wash floors, and then I would go to high school. I get into the high school and change in the men's room, and I would play my basketball, and I was also on the track team, and I did that for 3 years.
Well, Larry played at Chelsea High, and Larry became one of the outstanding athletes. He became captain of the Chelsea High basketball team. Anyhow, I went off to college at Suffolk University in Boston, and who tagged along? Larry.
Well, Larry was here between 1961 and 1965. He came out of Chelsea High School. He was recruited by my predecessor and my mentor, Coach Charlie Law. Larry was a four-year starter for the Rams. His specialties were rebounding and defense, but on occasion he got into a little bit of an offensive mode, as was exampled at Babson College when he scored 29 points in the championship game.
If it wasn't for the sport, it was the foundation of teamwork and working with people, and I would have never gotten a scholarship. Getting the scholarship led me to a business education.
His teammates certainly appreciated his unselfishness and his dedication, and that was obvious because he was elected captain his senior year at the university.
Getting the scholarship and going to Suffolk University in Boston, I played there for 4 years. I was captain of the team, and we played very competitive basketball.
I could never understand why his family moved around from street to street, house to house, until one day I realized they moved when it was time to pay the rent, and his father didn't have the money. I also remember when Larry got braces on his teeth, and the day he had his friends pull them off with pliers because his family couldn't afford the monthly dental bills.
Going to college at that time period was $600 for the year. It could have been $6 million. I would have never been able to go to the school if it wasn't for playing the sport of basketball.
Even though he left Chelsea, he never forgot where he came from. Larry's life changed after graduating from college. He understands the advantages he gained from getting a solid education, which led to his many business successes, his philanthropic work, his kind heart, and generous spirit.
We come from a family of hardworking, independent people, relying on ourselves, and we did really well with that.
Mother and father always wanted to give us the best, more than what they had. And again, it was through education that we were able to be successful. So I feel that being successful because of basketball and where I grew up and they would go to college, I feel an obligation to give back to the communities, which I've been doing for many years and will continue on and perpetuate it also.
We are absolutely thrilled for you from all your friends at Lynn University. Both you and Elaine have been involved with our institution for over 2 decades in leadership positions and as members of the Blue and White Society, supporting our student athletes in so many different ways, not just through your personal support, but also by giving and enhancing their experiences here at Lynn.
Their past generosity has allowed us to get to a level where we're competitive in Division III athletics in New England. We have facilities now that both students and student athletes can be proud of. It gives us a fighting chance in terms of recruiting quality athletes.
Certainly there are a number of individuals who have contributed in many different ways to their alma mater. But in terms of this philanthropic outreach by them, and especially a former student athlete, they stand alone.
The Smith brothers' leadership philanthropy over the years has had a positive impact across the university. Their gifts have made possible the creation of an executive case discussion room at the Sawyer Business School. They have established an endowed scholarship in memory of their friend, Private Sheldon Cohen, providing financial assistance to a graduate of Chelsea High School who attends Suffolk. Their most recent philanthropic commitment supports the university's new academic flagship building, 20 Somerset Street, subsidizes travel and uniform costs for Suffolk athletes, and continues to fund the Private Sheldon Cohen Scholarship.
He has given back to many causes and strives to be a mentor to other young men growing up in less than ideal situations. His success in basketball led him to be the man he is today, never forgetting where it all began. So Larry, this Coke is for you. Congratulations.
Larry Smith is the embodiment of using the ball. As he took advantage of his opportunity through basketball and he applied the lessons that he learned, and he worked his way out of poverty and ultimately changed his life. Because of his wild success, He's not only changed his life, but he's changed the lives of his children, his grandchildren, and generations to come. And so now, it's my incredible honor to announce the creation of our latest national award, the Larry Smith Award, in honor of my friend Larry Smith. The Larry Smith Award will be given annually to the person who has used their opportunity through basketball to ultimately change their life, who's given back, and who's made a difference in our world. During the course of this evening, the webpage for the Larry Smith Award has been added to our website, along with the video you just saw and the application for the Larry Smith Award, which, by the way, applications are due on March 1st. Larry, I'd ask if you can sneak behind the curtain and join me up here on stage for a moment. Please join me with honoring Larry Smith. And as Larry is coming up, yes, please give it up for Larry. You had no idea it was coming, did you? No idea, huh? We created an award in your name, but I'm not done announcing. Hang on, you want to say something? Give it just a moment. I'll let you say something. If you want, you can get your thoughts to that now. That's a proud moment. But I'm not quite done yet in the fact that we've announced the creation of the award, we've shown the video, but this award was made possible because of Larry's daughter, Karen, has been in on this from the very beginning, and you had no idea, I'm sure. And so at this moment, I'd like to bring Karen Smith on stage to surprise her father. But we're not quite done yet, because coming from Massachusetts is Larry's longtime friend and the athletic director emeritus at Suffolk University, Jim Nelson.
That's real nice.
Not that Larry prepared anything, but if you'd like to say a few words.
John, I want to thank you. It is a real honor. I never expected this, to see Jim Nelson, who is my coach and mentor, and my daughter Karen, and to be surrounded by all these great athletes is such a pleasure. And basketball was so important in my life. I was very fortunate to play the game and to come so far. And I feel that you should always give back. You know, and basketball is good to you, and I'm going to continue the give on, the give. And I appreciate everything. Thanks again, John. It's an honor.
You're so pumped. This is such a great moment. Go. Congratulations, Thanks. You can go down there.